forward, a junior, number 9, Charlie Chapata. And midfielder, senior, number 10, Ricky Amon. And midfielder, redshirt junior, number 14, Joey Daniel. And midfielder, freshman, number 21.
There are 8 teams left in the NCAA men's soccer tournament. And today, we will find out what team will be one of the last 4 in the College Cup semifinal for a chance to call themselves a national champion. Welcome into WMUC Sports Radio. I'm Jackson Wantman, joined alongside my partner, Sydney Schwartz, as the number 4 Maryland Terrapins get ready to take on the Washington Huskies. And Sydney, this is not the first time that these two teams have seen each other this season.
No, it is not. They played on Halloween. Maryland taking a win, but not without a few controversies with the calls from the referee. And it's going to be a close game today. These teams both have a lot of momentum coming off 2-3 wins each. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, Maryland took that game 1-0 on an Albie and Jernica 83rd minute winner. So let's go break down both of these teams here. For Washington, lost in the Big Ten semifinal to Michigan, like Maryland, who also lost their semifinal game. But this Husky team is battle-tested, Sydney. They haven't played at home the entire tournament. First game against Oregon State, that was a 3-2 double overtime win. Then a win against number 5 SMU 1-0. Then another 1-0 win against number 12 Stanford. Now they got another top 5 matchup in the Terps.
I mean, it's a lot of perseverance. It's a lot of grit. You see it all the time in double overtime. I mean, Maryland went all the way to penalty kicks, and it's just staying consistent and staying calm under the face of pressure, and Washington's done that throughout this tournament so far.
Yeah, so now let's take it to the Terps. Terps were undefeated going to the Big Ten tournament until they lost 2-0 to UCLA here at Ludwig. And their tournament experience has also had its fair share of chaos and the unexpected. That game against North Carolina was a 1-1 draw and then a 4-3 win on penalties, which was capped off by a Lauren Mack penalty to win the game. It was absolutely insane here at Ludwig. Then Maryland defeated number 13 UConn 3-0. Maryland also had a first-round bye due to being a top 4 seed in the tournament. And we are just about ready for kickoff here in a pretty packed out Ludwig field. The support for this team has been incredible all season long. But let's get you going here with the starting lineups for the visiting Huskies. It's going to be Jaden Boughton, the graduate student, in goal. Igor Akulov, Harrison Bertos, Asher Hested on the defense. In the midfield, it's going to be Zach Ramsley, Charlie Kosakoff, Richie Amon, Joe Dale, Osadu Enobalele, Connor Lofi, and Gabe Fernandez. For the Terps, as always, Lauren Mack in goal, Lasse Kelp, Leon Kuhl as the center backs, Luca Costabile in the left back position, and Saddam Masareka, Albie Endrenica, Jace Clark returns from injury in this game, Chris Steinleitner, Tristan Rose, Stefan Jike, and Henry Bernstein, Sydney making his first start of the season, and that all but confirms that Joseph Picoto likely not playing today.
Yeah, I think it's an exciting time for Henry Bernstein. It's an exciting time for Maryland. It's his first start, and it's his first start in the Elite 8 of the NCAA tournament. How much luckier can you get to have that first, such a big milestone in your career? And I'm really excited to see how he'll play today.
We'll see how he handles the pressure. And right as we are about to get going here, Sydney, what's your prediction for today?
I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be fun. I think Maryland's going to come out on top. They have the home field advantage. They're coming off a really strong 3-0 win, and I think that can take them over.
Yeah, for me, I think this is just going to be a hard-fought Big Ten game. We know how those conference games are. These teams know each other very well, but I think this Maryland team, they've shown so much grit. They've faced certain types of adversity all season long in these tough matchups, and I believe they'll get it done today. I think a 2-1 win for Maryland. So it's going to be the Terps in red going right to left in this first half. Washington in their white uniforms going left to right. Both teams showing an immense amount of energy and excitement for this game. We know how much is riding on this type of game, and the further you get in these tournaments, the worse it's going to feel to lose. You feel like you have to win, as it'll be Albie and Jernica at the center M. Maryland will start with the ball. Maryland Sasho Swarovski looking to lead its team to its first semifinal since 2018, and we're off. Here's Steinleitner. The deflected kick. He's going to recover it. Tries to push it up the midfield. He's going to slide it off to Costabile. The Dane tries to make a move, passes it back to Steinleitner. Has multiple Washington defenders on him. Lots of pressure. A kick's going to go off of Washington. That's Joe Dale. And it's going to be a Maryland throw. Washington putting a lot of pressure on defensively as Costabile. Another deflection, but it's going to go to the way of the Huskies. That went off Osadu and Abulele. It's going to be a throw from Hestad. And here comes Akulov now. Akulov tries to send a through ball. Midfield, here comes Abulele. He's pushing down, but he's got Cool on his back. He slides it down to Dale. Dale tries to move him. Costabile stops him in his tracks. Dale's able to recover near the corner flag. To Hestad, tries to cross in the box. It's headed away by Maryland. Masareka chases it down. Gabe Fernandez is on him closely. But the Ugandan flashes his speed. Running down the right wing, cuts inside. He's got Jernika. It's deflected. If that through ball, here's GK. GK makes a move. Again, multiple defenders on him, and that ball's going to get away from Bernstein. First opportunity. And here comes Washington now. They're trying to move it up. Here comes Lofi. 25 all-tournament team for the Big Ten. And Maryland, here's Steinleitner who gets it back. GK tries to make a move on his left foot. Jernika's got it inside the box. On his right foot, tries to get it off to GK. It's going to be knocked away, recovered by Costabile. Costabile trying to get downhill. On the edge of the box, he's inside now. Turns back, double teamed again. He's taken down, no foul given. Refs letting them play on. That pass is going to be booted away out of bounds, or it's going to stay in just about for Lasse Kelp. Over to Tristan Rose now. The Maryland trio and the defense has been a wall all season long. Kelp with his first team all Big Ten selection, the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, as that ball's going to get away and knocked out of bounds again by Akulov. It's going to be GK now taking the throw. GK hasn't had a goal contribution in either the Big Ten or national tournament. As we're just about 2.5 minutes in here, still 0-0. It's going to be Costabile taking the throw instead. Surveying. Gets to Jernika, pass back to Costabile. Tries to make a move. Here's Steinleitner. He's seen a lot of possession so far. He's in the box now on the left side. Akulov closely follows him, and that cross is going to be quickly intercepted by Boughton. Wasn't much of a cross anyway, more on the side of the goal. 42 minutes left. 2025 All Big Ten second team recipient. Akulov passes it back to Boughton. See if they try to play it on the back. And Jernika and GK trying to press. Here's Asher Hestad. Akulov tries to boot it down the right wing. It's going to be a jumble for the ball. Steinleitner has been all over the place so far. That's Bernstein. Jernika gets it to GK but can't get the touch. And this Harrison Bertos is able to get it to Boughton. Dale with a nice pass. He tries to slide it down the left wing. Trying to run it down is Charlie Kosakov. And Mack is going to get it. Here's Kelp now. No one near him. He's going to try to slide a ball down to GK. It's going to be quickly intercepted. Dale's got it, but Costabile wins it back, and a foul called. And much to the chagrin of this Maryland team, as it will be Akulov now will take the free kick. Washington hasn't had much of possession so far, haven't gotten anything concrete on offense. It's going to be a big thing for them to win today against Maryland. Can they keep possession in the offensive third? Akulov try to send the ball down to Dale. He's got it. Again, stopped by Costabile. GK's got it. Costabile tries to boot it down the left wing. Masareka is well ahead of these Washington defenders. Is it onside? Nothing called right now, but he is quickly run down by Harrison Bertos. He recovers. GK's got it. Flips it over his heel. Ramsey closely following him. Feels like every time a Maryland player has a ball, there's been 3 Washington defenders to it. Cool. Slides it to Costabile. Costabile, Jernika. GK's got it now. And GK's taken down by Ramsey. No penalty, or foul, I should say. That ball is going to be cleared out of bounds. Seen that a lot from the Huskies. Cool off the throws, got it. GK, again, under immense pressure from this Washington defense. Joe Dale's got it. It's going to be Hestad, tries to send it downfield. It's going to be Kosokov into Steinleitner, or Kelp. But Kelp is physicality, able to get it to Mack inside the box. Here's Jace Clark. Clark has missed the last couple games due to injury, but he slides it down the wing. Here's Masareka. That's a great through ball. What can Masareka do here? Stops, couple of step overs, cuts to his right, cuts back to his left, back to his right. He sends in the box, nothing. And it's going to be another clear from Washington. How many balls has Washington just airmailed straight out of bounds here, Sydney?
Seems to be a little bit of a tactic on their part. They know Maryland can play that ball over the top. They've got fast wingers and GK and Masareka. At that rate, just clearing the ball as soon as they can, that might just be the move for them.
A sign of the pressure Maryland's offense can put on. Just go Stabile, GK. It's up near midfield now. 38 minutes left. Rose has got it. Slides it back over to Kelp. Kelp. Moving downfield, is a little past midfield. Got a lot of physicality from Kasukov there. GK. Up near midfield. He's going to send a long ball to Masareka, who is camping that right wing. He runs it down, throws his defender off of him. Masareka running down the side, across, deflected off the foot of Akulov. And that was Gabe Fernandez, who was absolutely tossed by the Ugandan. That's going to go. Rose is able to clear it right before it gets out of bounds. Another scrum for the ball, and Bernstein is pulled down. No foul again. The referee's really letting them play, but you have to think. It gets to a point. Bernstein looked like he got pretty clearly pulled down there, but we play on. Here comes Washington. It's Hestad. GK running right behind him. Across to his left. Hestad slides it right up to Nabulele. Here's Bertos. Right in the edge of the circle. 37 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here. Akulov trying to move up near the box. There's a through ball to Dale. Dale working on Kostabile. The cross just over the net. And, you know, normally, Sydney, we see the crew parked behind the net of the opposing goalie. Both sides of the seating sections behind the nets are filled. Yeah,
it's great to see Maryland's student body just show out for their team. They've gone so far this season, and the crew's been right behind them every single time.
Is a pretty much sold-out Ludwig from the looks of it here in the press box. As Mack's going to send it to Masareka, heads it to Bernstein, who's got a little room, but Anabulele closes in. On his right foot, tries to get to Masareka, he can't. And here comes Washington out the right wing. Clark recovers. That's a nice ball to Masareka. Masareka flying down the right side. He's got Bertos right on him, who's going to get to it just quicker. And Boaton recovers, and Washington restarts their attack as they're right back up to midfield. And Clark is blown by. Washington flying up the left wing. Here's Zach Ramsey. And here's Dale. Can't finish. Unbelievable. He looked like he had Mack at point-blank range. And a phenomenal save. A rare lapse in the Maryland defense. It'll be a Washington corner, but you have to think a chance squandered here, Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, he was wide open. They threw by Maryland's whole back line all the way to the right-hand side where Costabile was nowhere to be found, and it was just 1v1 v Lauren Mack, and Lauren Mack came up big, and we've said that this whole season. Lauren Mack's been incredible.
The kick sent in by Ramsey, punched away by Mack. Dale is going to recover. He's got Steinlander closing on him fast. Another through ball very high into the box. Headed up by Hestad, but it is going to be a Maryland free kick. Looked like offside there. And Mack now will take his time. 35 minutes about left to go here in the first half. 10 minutes in. First real bit of action that we've seen. The first clear chance for either side. As Mack's ball is going to be sent to about midfield. Clark tries to head it to Masareka, but it's going to go out of bounds. Washington recovers. Gabe Fernandez will take the throw. This is his 11th start this season. Has appeared in 14 of Washington's 21 games. Did not play in the last game versus Maryland, too, so he's seeing his first action against the Terps. That will be another ball that goes away. It will stay Washington in possession. Just right equivalent to where the M is. Washington tries to move it upfield now. Amon. Haven't seen a lot of him today. Here's Dale now in a scrum. Multiple Maryland defenders on him. Cool. Fails on the header. Rose is able to head it up. Now Bulele. Dranica. Now it's on the feet of GK. And GK's run down the left side. That's a great foot from Akulov. Regaining possession for Washington. And now Bulele. Closely guarded by Cool. That ball shot down the right side. It's going to be Kelp who recovers it. And once again uses his physicality to keep the ball with him. Costabile, and it's going to be knocked away by Washington. You've seen a lot of Luca Costabile today. Always involved on both sides of the field as Kelp boots that one away. It's going to be headed by Fernandez. Now Bulele. Amon. Haven't seen a lot of hit today as he tries to drag Cool to the ground. That's a foul on Amon. Not really successful. Cool is using his physicality, and I think Amon just a little bit frustrated, realizing he probably was not going to win that duel.
It's been a couple tug of the jerseys so far. This is the first one the ref seems to have called. There was one on Bernstein a couple minutes ago where he went down. Another one on Cole before it went out of play. I think the refs got to maybe start blowing the whistle a little bit more on those.
Certainly letting them play, but called that one. Here's Kelp now right at the Maryland M. Slides it to GK. He's got Akulov close by. As Dale. And GK dribbles through both Dale and Kosakov. He's now in center, the left winger. Here's Bernstein now on the right corner of the box. Masareka inside, headed away, and recovered by Boney, punches it out. Cool is able to beat Akulov to it. Here's Lasse Kelp. Tristan Rose. Here's Jace Clark. He's trying to involve himself into the game a little bit more. He's going to slide it down to Masareka. That's a through ball to Bernstein. Bernstein on the bottom corner, headed Dranica. What a save by Boughton. It's punched away. A fantastic chance for Maryland to go one up, but a phenomenal save by Jaden Boughton.
That was from point-blank range. I'm shocked he didn't score that, but what an incredible save from Jaden Boughton. Such great reflexes there. Hasn't really faced a shot on target yet. That's incredible to watch. Both sides, Lauren Mack, Jaden Boughton. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So it'll be Chris Steinleitner taking the free kick for the Terps. On the bottom left corner from our view from the press box. With his right foot, fires it in. And the ball is just going to get away from everyone. It's going to be chased down. Looks like Bernstein was able to get it. He passes it off to Clark. Clark sends it into the box. Booted away by Washington. Masareka is able to chase it down. Right near midfield. He's going to slide it to Mack, who's approaching the midfield circle. Steinleitner has already made his way back past midfield. He has been everywhere today. Cool. Back to Steinleitner. Tries to get it to Kelp. It's a little away from him, but he recovers. No Washington defenders around him. Kelp tries to slide in Dranica. It's some great defending from Akulov, who's able to get a foot in. Steinleitner recovers right in front of the Washington bench. Chased down by Kosakov. And Mack boots it away past midfield. And Fernandez is going to get a head on it. And that is going to be still called offsides. Maybe Masareka got some part of his body on the ball for the refs to call it, as we were just under 31 minutes left, I should say. We're about 14 minutes into the game. Here at Ludwig Field, Maryland 0, Washington 0. Couple of pretty big chances so far for either side. They haven't been able to capitalize just yet. They're just getting ready for the restart. Bertos will be the one taking the free kick. He boots it away with his left foot. Headed away by a few more players. That's a great clear right there from Rose. Maryland tries to restart, but Dranica loses it. Bertos all over him. And now Bulele. He's got now another great foot by Maryland. Steinleitner's able to get one in there. He's got it at midfield now. It's a ground ball to Costabile. Costabile running up the left side, trying to make his way downfield to the box. Slides it to GK. GK, right foot to his left foot, and he is dragged down by, that was Asher Hested. Looked like GK was almost going to get away from him, but Maryland now have a free kick in a bit of a dangerous position. Call it 10 feet, maybe that outside the box, and about the middle part, right near where kind of the VIP seating is at Ludwig Field. On the scoreboard side, it will be GK taking the free kick. 2 players trying to form a wall for Washington. Masareka and Costabile outside of the box. About 29 minutes left to go here. GK. It's a grounder to Costabile, who tries to get it in. That is going to be just a little bit too far for the Maryland header, and it's going to be a goal kick for Washington. Right idea for Maryland, not executed to perfection from Costabile, but Sasha Sarovsky still encouraging his guys. He isn't too upset about how that went down. 28:45 left to go here. Boatman's got it. Right inside the box. Masareka's going to try to run him down. And that is going to be a, almost thought it was going to be a poor free kick right there, but Hested's able to get it. He's going to try to boot it down. It's a nice header from Kusakov, but Maryland's on it. He re-recovers from Costabile, and Steinleitner bumps him. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Stays with Washington. It'll be Hested on the throw. He surveys. Takes a step, throws it down, tries to get it to Kosakov again, but to no avail. The ball's going to go out again. It is going to be another Washington throw. Feels like a pretty even game so far. Both teams have had their share of possession. Both teams have had their chances. Just under 28 minutes left to go here, still 0-0. And here is Hested assessing his options. Here's Amon, covered by GK. It's a through ball to Hested. Hested, that through is deflected by Jernika. Washington bench wanted a handball. GK's got it. GK near midfield, and he's taken down by Nabalele. Ref says all ball. Jernika recovers. Here's Saddam Masareka. He's flying upfield. Can he beat Fernandez? Crosses over to his right. Crosses over again. His shot! No! Just to the left. Masareka with an opportunity to give Maryland the 1-0 lead. Bowen came far out of his goal trying to stop, and Masareka's shot was on target. That would have given Maryland the lead very likely. Maybe it was Bowen coming out of goal that threw Masareka off, but he beat Fernandez, crossed him over a couple of times, and just couldn't finish, and that got everyone up out of their seats here.
Yeah, Coach Sarovsky had his head in his hands after that one. What are you going to do? It's a wide open net. Just player and the goalkeeper, and Masareka just shoots it wide. So unfortunate for Maryland.
One of his most clinical finishers this season. It's another header, and the ball's in the back of the net. What will the refs call here? They're calling Maryland goal off the corner kick.
Is that Henry Bernstein?
There was a scrum for the ball. We don't know who the goal scorer was. It could be an own goal. But for right now, Maryland has the lead. 26.5 minutes left. Unbelievable. It was Steinleitner's corner that was headed up multiple times. And the ball looked like Washington trying to clear it. It ended up in the back of the net, and Maryland's bench on their feet. The crowd here at Ludwig. We will see. Looks like a Washington trainer is out. Maybe someone got bumped. But a unbelievable score by Maryland. Right now it's being given to Henry Bernstein.
The freshman out of
Philadelphia. Start. Henry Bernstein, unbelievable. And
That's
Jaden Bowen still on the ground. And Bowen being attended to by trainers. And it looked like it was Bernstein, the freshman, like you said, in his first career start, was able to get the last touch on the ball. And they are showing a yellow card here to Washington. Are they showing it to Boughton? Unbelievable start here. Look, I mean, we were just talking about it. We saw Steinleitner's kick go in. There was a clear scrum for the ball. It seemed like multiple players just kind of headed it away. And then from my initial point of view, I almost thought own goal just because there were so many Washington defenders in the area. But it is Bernstein who is able to get his foot on the ball. Unbelievable. That's Bernstein's third goal of the season. But Boughton down was shown a yellow for unsporting. Boughton, the second team All Big Ten, the 67.9% save percentage this year, and it's an unbelievable start here for the Terps, Sydney. 20 minutes in, they're already up 1-0.
Wow. I mean, we knew this was going to be an exciting game. 18 minutes in, we already have a goal. Maryland haven't scored an early goal like this in a little bit of time, but it's great for Henry Bernstein, the freshman, his first career start, and it's just awesome to watch. I mean, great reflexes, great header off the ball. It was a great ball from Chris Steinleitner on the corner.
Couple of substitutions here for Washington. Looks like Dale and Fernandez will come out, and Washington will restart here. Here's Hestad. Hestad tries to boot it away. Looks like Alex Hall comes on for Washington. Here's Bernstein. Again's got it at midfield. GK on the through ball. He's working. He cuts through the defense. GK. Tronika. Over to Bernstein, who's now on the wing. He tries to send a ball into the box. It's not going to work. Cool. Lasse Kelp's got it. Tristan Rose. Back over to Kelp. Kelp sends it to Lauren Mack, and there were some hold-your-breath moments with both of these teams' chances, and I think the energy and the sort of relief for Maryland fans to see one go in has eased them a little bit. GK, that can't go. Lofi's got it. Also, Zach Meyer comes in for Joe Dale for Washington. They're subs. Washington in the last game against Maryland only made 2 substitutions. Sasha Sarovsky used his full amount, as it will be Hestad taking the throw. Nabalele heads it up. Another header as Kelp tries to throw Kosakov to the ground. He has it near the corner. He tries to send that ball down the left side. Jernicka gets a foot on it. Hestad's got it, though. Here's Lofi. He's able to send it away now. Washington trying to get some sort of momentum here. Down the left wing. Eamon steps over. Tries to get by Clark. Gets one into the box. Going to get deflected. That is going to be a corner kick for Washington. That is going to be their second of the game. So it'll be Eamon taking the corner. The Big Ten midfielder of the year. Sends it into the box and be caught by Mack. Mack now boots the ball away downfield. Masareka trying to chase it down. He's going to be not being to it by Meyer, but Meyer will get a foot in there just about. And Masareka will take a shoe tying break before we restart here, as he will get the throw. And a pause. It will be Jace Clark taking the throw instead of Masareka. Maryland has leaned on their fullbacks to take the throws on either end. Here's Bernstein. To be booted away by Washington, immediately headed back into Maryland's half. It's another header right there. All over the ball right now. And all over the field is Chris Steinleitner. That was him both times there. Max got it at his feet now, so the ball was sent away. Steinleitner. Rose. Back over to Mack in the box. Gets it to Lasse Kelp. Kelp tries to boot it down the left side, and Tronika is not going to be able to get to that one. Akulov will get the throw. 23 minutes left to go. It's 1-0 Maryland after a goal from Henry Bernstein. Lasse Kelp officially with the assist as well. And Chris Steinleitner. Now it's A great play right there from Bernstein, trying to get in and intercept the ball, but is to no avail. It's going to be another throw for Washington. About 22.5 minutes left to go. Costabile is able to head this one, and Nabalele on the other header. Back to Steinleitner. And that ball sent up in the air. Bertos. That ball a blown whistle by the referee. Looks like he's having a conversation with Lofi. It's going to be a Washington free kick. It'll be Akulov now. Here's Lofi. Turns back to Akulov. Bertos now. Bertos got Tranika closing. Tries to send it away. That ball's going to go a little too far. It's going to be recovered by Tristan Rose, who turns back, slides it to Mack. Mack on his right foot sends it up in the air. Right to about the left side of midfield. It's going to be headed out of bounds by Washington. It's going to be a Maryland throw. Jace Clark will take. Right where the official NCAA D1 Men's Soccer Championship sign is. He throws it in. Tranika. Sent up in the air by Bernstein. Akulov bounces the header away. Nabalele has GK right on him. And he's boxed out by Leon Kuhl, who is using his physicality to his advantage. Here's Bernstein. Bernstein slides it down to Saddam Masareka. Masareka works. Kicks back to his left. Bernstein now. Kuhl fires just to the left of the post. Some excellent chances from Maryland so far. Very close to making this game 2 or even 3-0. So you approach 21 minutes left. Still 1-0 though. A nice shot by Kuhl. Not a bad strategy trying to go on the ground. Looked like he wanted that bottom left corner. As Boaton gets it over to Hestad. Hestad sends it up in the air. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey's got it at midfield. His pass is deflected by Costabile, who recovers. He's at midfield. Here's Tranika. Down the right side to Masareka. He's on the right wing. And he is chopped by Zach Meyer, but he gets away. Masareka on his right foot. Cuts back. On his left now, just outside of the box. He's going to pass it out to Jace Clark. Jace Clark. Here's Steinleitner. Back to Clark. Clark to Lasse Kelp. GK's got it. Akulov closely on him. GK back over to Kelp. Tristan Rose. Jace Clark now. Some heavy pressure from this Washington press. He gets away from it. Trinika's pass is going to end up with Meyer, but Masareka, that's Jace Clark. He's able to bull rush and get the ball back. Tranika now, that ball's deflected up in the air. It's a fight for it. It's Bernstein and Nabalele fighting now. Tronika's got it. Leon Kuhl recovers. Costabile. Costabile fires again to the left of the net, but it is going to be a corner this time. It was knocked away in Maryland. There's been some physicality in this game, Sydney. A lot of individual and group scrums for the ball.
Yeah, Maryland are winning those 50-50 challenges, and Washington's just getting caught sleeping a little bit. We saw that other opportunity. Maryland are just pummeling their way into the box, and Washington cannot handle it.
So here's Steinleitner again taking the corner. Last corner Maryland had, they scored. 19 minutes left to go here. Maryland definitely winning the physicality battle. It's allowed them to control possession. Steinleitner will go off on his right foot right under the 2008 national champions banner. He sends it into the box. It's headed away by Washington. Kuhl recovers, tries a fire, and that one is going to go well over the net and the student section. That is going to be behind the scoreboard for a Washington free kick, or a goal kick. Bowen takes it quickly now. Bertos. Here's Meyer with it. Meyer tries to get to Bertos, tries to send a long ball. Washington trying to get something going here. Here they come. Flying up the left side is Ramsey. Amen. Tries a couple step overs, working on Clark. Tries to send up to midfield. Here's Lofi. Down on the top right corner. Bernstein closing in on the ball. There's a cross. Mack comfortably with the save. No one near him. Right into his mitts. And he will survey his options. 18 minutes left to go as Maryland is preparing some subs. Looks like Rocket Rita and Farouk Cisse. As Mack's ball goes to about midfield. Dranica loses the header. Jace Clark's able to recover. Can he get to the ball before it goes out of bounds? He cannot. They will blow the whistle for some subs. So like I said, it's a couple true freshmen coming in. It's going to be Farouk, Cisse, and Rocket Rita Rita. We'll see who they take off here. It looks like Jace Clark and Henry Bernstein will come off. Obviously, Bernstein with the goal. A solid performance so far from Clark as Bernstein gets an amazing reception from these fans. And Cisse was part of the Big Ten freshman team, along with Rocket Rita Rita, who had a phenomenal game against UConn, a goal and an assist. Was fantastic in that one. We'll see what the true freshman does here. He brings a lot of juice and energy into this Maryland, and youth into this Maryland side that is one of the more experienced sides in the Big Ten. Here's Washington now. That pass is knocked away by Dranica. It's going to stay with Washington now. The throw-in from the Huskies. See what they can do with it here. There's a throw. It's Hestad with it now. Akulov has it around midfield. Tries to send it through ball to Koskov. He gets it to Alex Hall now. Hall working on Kostabile. Crosses over, Kostabile sees the ball. His foot's on it. Hall's able to quickly recover it. And he dribbles through, and he's taken down. That looked like it was just inside the box. Washington might have a case for a penalty, but here's GK now flying down the left wing. Lofi now has to recover and play one-on-one defense before his guys recover. GK crosses on his right foot inside the box. Moves center, shoots just over the crossbar. A great solo possession from GK as Washington is given another yellow card. Looks like a Nabalele had some words for him, and it looks like they're going to VAR for something. Washington implored the refs for a penalty on that last possession when Alex Hall was taken out by Kostabile and Kelp. We'll see if they have a case for it, but a lot of arguing right there from Washington. It gets them their second yellow card of the game.
I have to wonder if that was inside the box or not, and I have a feeling that is what the referee is going to be looking at rather than it being a case for a penalty, because it didn't look like a great tackle from Kostabile from up here, but it led to a great counterattack for Maryland. And it's important the ref didn't stop the play there, and it's important that he's looking at the play now.
We'll see what they see. Look like if it was in the box or out of the box, it was on the very edge. So we will see what comes out of that. Could be a huge swing of momentum in this game. But Sydney, we have just under 16 minutes left to go here in the first half. Maryland leads 1-0. What have you seen so far from this game?
So many attacking opportunities from Maryland. It's just about every other play Washington loses out on the ball. Maryland are pummeling their defense. They just keep winning the ball back, and they keep bringing all their numbers forward. And there's been a lot of great individual opportunities from Masareka, Andronika, GK, but I just think they're waiting too long on the ball. I think they're dribbling around the box when they can be taking these shots first time. And I think that's, if they want to up the score a little bit, I think that's something they're going to have to do. Yeah,
I think, at least for me, the big thing, Maryland is dominating the game physically. I think they are imposing
100%.
their will. You've seen it with Kuhl. You've seen it with Steinleitner. You've seen it with Rose and Kelp. I mean, this defense in midfield, super strong, super physical. You're even seeing it from Masareka, that's kind of been the swing. It's allowed Maryland to get some more possessions. Some claps from this Maryland crowd. Looks like Washington is not going to get the call they want. Looks like Ramsey having a calm and cordial word with the ref. So no penalty given. It's Washington ball. Here's Boaton now. Closing on Masareka. Meyer now. And Rita's flying on his press. Lofi's got it now. Rita's all over him. He almost knocks the ball away. Here's Hestad. He's got Kuhl in front of him. He sends it back to Akulov. Akulov tries to boot across field. He will. Here's Meyer. Meyer trying to push it up the left wing. It's going to be sounded like the ref blew the whistle. They stopped for a minute. But here's Bertos. Gets it into Lofi, and Lofi is chopped down by Rita. Looks like advantage being played, and Dranica boots the ball away. Akulov recovers. Right near the corner of the box. He's going to let it go to Bowen. Bowen now. Here's Lofi. And now Bulele. Meyer now tries to send it to Amen. It's quickly stopped by Cisse. It's going to be Maryland possession. Ball went out of bounds. It's awarded to the Terps. 14.5 minutes left to go here. Maryland still leads 1-0. Cisse at midfield. Throws it up the right side. Masareka chips the ball up. Cisse's able to get it back. Rose now has it, sends it way back out to Kelp. Kelp sends it down to Costabile. Costabile closing on quickly by Alex Hall. It's going to be a short pass to Kuhl. Kuhl passes it back to Kelp. Kelp slides down to Steinleitner and right back to Kelp. Over to Tristan Rose, who's right at the Maryland M. Backs up a couple steps, gives it to Kelp now. Maryland trying to initiate some offense. A little bit of press right there from Kasukov. Mazureka. Cisse's got it. Now back to Masareka, who's going to slide it back to Tristan Rose in Maryland. Playing some possession football now. Mack now. He sends it deep into the box. Can Masareka get to it? Not before Jaden Boughton. He gets the ball and he will roll it out for Washington, trying to initiate some kind of offense and another chance here. Do not want to let Maryland control that game, as that long ball is going to go too long. It's going to be out of bounds for another Maryland throw. We're approaching 13 minutes left in the first half here. I think Maryland would love to go into the half with a 1-0 lead, or even more. Rita tries to head it backwards, but the only player that's there is Connor Lofi. Here's Washington now, trying to start something. Here's Ramsey. Slides up to Hested. Hall, back to Hested. Slides it all the way back to Akulov. Hall is chopped down by Leon Kuhl, and that will be a free kick, and Hall on the ground. Looked like Kuhl got his leg in there at the wrong time. Nothing intentional. Tries to help up Hall, who slaps the German's hand away. A little bit testy so far. It's very competitive, these games, especially in the Big Ten. A chance to be one of the final 4 teams left. And it will be Ramsey now, right to the left of the painted NCAA sign. And in front of the Washington bench, a few players around it, it's Amon and Ramsey. Here's Ramsey now. We'll see who someone fakes it, if someone takes it straight up. Amon fakes, runs through it. Ramsey sends it into the box, headed away by Maryland. Ball still in the box. Amon, here's Ramsey in front of goal. It goes, but that is very offside. Kasukov was well ahead of the Maryland defense right there. Off the pass, and I think even he knew when he shot that it was going to quickly be reversed.
Yeah, the flag went up almost as soon as he got the ball. Maryland's defense having a very good line. It's never going to go his way.
Plays restarted now. Here's Steinleitner. Odalase Kelp. Lauren Mack. 11.5 minutes left to go here in the first 45. That long ball's going to be headed away by Meyer. Cisse will, that's Lofi. Cisse will take the throw. Cisse gets it into Dranica. Here's Cisse running up the right side. Tries again to Masareka. That's poked away by Washington. They're trying to counterattack now. That ball is going to go too far once again. Seems like the story of the day for Washington. It will be another Maryland possession here. 11 minutes left on the dot. Looks like it will still be a Maryland throw, but right next to the corner flag. As they have a miniature break for shoe tying. Again here, but Washington now, Sydney, starting to show some signs of life on offense. You saw that chance right there. You see them try to counterattack. They are definitely trying to push the tempo here and try to even this game out.
Yeah, they've had a couple of attempts throughout the first half. It hasn't been entirely hopeless for Washington so far. It's just Maryland's playing such a tough possession game that Washington's just waiting them out. Washington's not biting. They're just waiting. And I think that's not really what they should be doing. They should be keeping up the aggression. They should be trying to win the ball instead of just letting Maryland hold on to it. And I think we're seeing it with these chances. They're building up together, and that's how they're going to score a goal. It's going to be a team effort.
And that ball down the right side, it's going to go just out of bounds. It's going to be Maryland possession, and we got a little scrum here. The throw was given to Maryland to Lasse Kelp. Kasukov thought that he was getting it, and when Kelp picked up the ball, there was a little bit of a fight and some pushing and shoving. So definitely on Kasukov there. He's got his hands up like he wanted the ball. Clearly some kind of misunderstanding, but it was shown the competitiveness right here. Washington bench almost looked like they wanted to get involved. Some Maryland players on the bench standing up right now. The intensity of this game is certainly picking up right now. And it will be Kostabile taking the throw. Kelp. Some more physicality from Kasukov, but he's able to get it to Tranika. Here's a Kulov now. Tries to boot it the other way. That's going to go out of bounds for a clear Maryland throw. And some more subs for the Terps. It's going to be Brian St. Martin and Matthias De Jesus will take Cisse and Tranika. St. Martin, the senior defender. We'll see if he slots into that fullback position. And then Matthias De Jesus, the Argentinian. He did not play against North Carolina. Got 18 minutes off the bench versus UConn. We'll see how Sasho Sarovsky uses him in this one. He will actually be taking Chike, not Cisse. As Steinleiner's able to poke the ball away. Lofi heads it up. Jesus tries to send a long ball. Boughton's got it. He's going to head it away. Maryland putting a lot of pressure on. 8.5 minutes left to go here. Lofi's got it. Fighting for it was St. Martin. Here's Bertos. Meyer with the ball at his feet now. Assessing his options. Got Masareka on him. Lofi. Bertos again. Here comes Washington at midfield. Here's Kasukov. Washington trying something in midfield. Here's Hested trying to fly up the right side. He's got Rita closely following him. Flips it back to Hall. Hall tries to cut up midfield. He's got Cool running with him. More pressure from this Washington team. It's Meyer. Here's Amon on the left wing. St. Martin's on him. In the box, trying some moves. Shakes left, shakes right. To the left, deflected by Maryland. It is going to be a Washington corner with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here. A nice opportunity for the Huskies as Amon gets set to take a corner. He will be on the far right corner from the press box side. Another corner kick for Washington. Looks like there's some miscommunication between where Zach Ramsey is supposed to be. Amon's kick into the box. A lot of scrum for the ball. Headed in, and the ball's in the back of the net. Washington scores. It's flipped in. That looks like Igor Akulov. And we have a tie game here in College Park. Another corner kick goal. And it looked like a Maryland defender just could not get. That is Kasukov, who had the goal, got his foot on it. And for someone who did not have a shot on goal the last time these two teams played, the back-to-back All-Big Ten second-team player gets his 10th of the season. And we are tied here, and Maryland not showing signs of distress or not panicking at all, but Washington capitalizing off their opportunities, and all of a sudden we have a tie game. So Maryland now will restart. Masareka will have it at midfield, and that definitely injected some more energy into this Washington team. Something they needed after Maryland. It looked like they had generally been playing better this game, as we have another sub. It's going to be a true freshman, Kevin Hernandez. Will take out Nabulele. Hernandez has only played in 6 games this season, but he had 32 minutes against SMU in this tournament. So he has some experience there. Here's Steinleitner. Sends it away. It's going to be headed away by Hestad, but off the header, he wasn't touched. But he is down on the ground right now. It'll be Maryland throw. 7 minutes left to go here. It is a 1-1 game in College Park. Jackson Wantman, Sydney Schwartz here with you on WMUC Sports. Glad to have you with us here on this December afternoon. Can't believe it is already December, but here we are, I guess. So we have a fall sport playing in the deep of winter. As Hested's still on the ground, looks like he's holding his back. And Rita was not near him. He's a couple feet away. That ball looked like could have been a back pull from Hested. Looked like he kind of tilted that way when he tried to get the header. But no trainer out yet. And if you can believe it, Sydney, I found this stat out the other day. Washington has lost more times at Ludwig this season than Maryland. If you look at from the first regular season these two teams played and then their Big Ten semifinal loss. Maryland has only lost once here this season, Washington twice. Pretty unbelievable wouldn't believe it stat of just shows how well Maryland has protected home field.
I mean, that's a testament to their character. Maryland has played so well at home, and I mean, same as away, but there's something special about getting to play like such important games at home turf. They played their Big Ten tournament appearance here. They played all their NCAA tournament appearances so far here, and I think that shows they're winning games in front of their crowd. So
here's Steinleitner as a Maryland corner. 6.5 minutes left to go. Steinleitner puts the right hand up, gets set, sends the ball into the box. It's booted away. Bukosaible is going to recover it just outside. Sends it down to Steinleitner. Steinleitner, another ball into the box, headed away once again by Washington. Kelt picks it up. Cisse. Masareka now at the top. Passes back to Costabile. Washington pressing heavily to try to push them back. That pass is going to get deflected off the back of Kusakov. But it's going to be a Maryland throw right in front of their bench. Costabile quickly in, but Hested out physicals Rita. Tries to send the ball away. Here's Mack. Game playing a little bit faster now than it was before. Akulov heads it away. Costabile gets up and look at he tried to use Alex Hall's shoulder as a boost, but it's going to be a Washington throw here.
The goal for Washington came in the 38th minute of play. The goal was scored by number 21.
Hested sends it in now. Here's Lofi, quickly dominated by Jesus. Hested again. Cool's got it now. Tries to get it to Rita, but it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a Washington throw right in front of the Terps bench. Hested, Akulov. That's going to be headed by Steinleitner. Hall's got it. Cool gets the bounce. Tries to send it backwards. Rita loses another header to Hested. It's difficult for the 5'9 freshman to win a lot of those headers with center backs. Here's Lofi now. Slide down to unmarked Kasukov. Kelp's on him. The cross in, headed away by Rose. And that could have saved something. Kasukov was flying up the right wing, unmarked essentially. Kelp was able to close in on him, but not before you got a pretty decent look there into the box. Here's Akulov at the top. Tries to send a ground ball in. Maryland wants an offside. Alex Hall. Akulov back over to Hested now, right on the NCAA sign. 4.5 minutes left. 1-1 game. Hested makes a move into the box. Another Washington player goes down, but looked like that was on his own power. Kasukov thought maybe he could try to make it look like he got pushed down. Unsuccessful. Here's Akulov. Hested. Hested tries to send a grounder into the box, but it's going to go too far and into the feet of Lauren Mack. We'll see if he picks it up here. And he will. Just as Zach Ramsey starting to get close. Under 4 minutes left now. Can one of these teams go into the half with the lead, or will we have a draw for the second 45? As that ball, again, going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a Maryland throw. Cisse will take. Assessing his options right here. That ball's going to go a little far past St. Martin. Washington has it now, but Costabile recovers. He tries to send one into Masareka. If he can beat his defender, no. Boaten's able to get his body on it. Masareka has to jump over him. Almost, just a little too much mustard on that one, and maybe Masareka would have had a look. Here's Akulov. 3 minutes left now. Akulov sends it down the right side here. Meyer, Lofi to Amen. Amen now working on St. Martin, crosses him over, but he's going to turn back. Washington trying to get something out of these last couple minutes here. They have the latest goal. Here's Alex Hall in the right wing. Costabile's on him. And he intercepts that through ball. He's going to try to clear it away. It's going to be quickly recovered by Harrison Bertos. Haven't seen a lot of him today. The first team All Big Ten defender. So here's Lofi now. Slides it down to Hested. Hested back over to Kulov. Masaryk with a lot of pressure on him. He tries to send a through ball down to Ramsey. Kelp's on him. Kelp's able to box him out, win the ball back. We'll see what they call here as the ball goes behind net. Goal kick. 2 minutes left to play here at Ludwig Field. Maryland fans showing their support. You're one of these teams right here. Even if you don't score, if you can just get some chances to feel like you have a little offensive momentum going into the break, sure there will be a lot for both of these teams to talk about. It's been a fairly even game so far. Said last time these two teams played was on Halloween. Maryland edged out the Huskies 1-0. Albion Jernicka with an 83rd minute goal to give Maryland the win. That's all it took. A closely contested contest last time. Closely contested contest this time around. Steinleiner tries to boot that one to Rita. Once again, can't get the header. Cool. Heads it up a couple times. That's picked off by Washington now. Nice defense from Kelp on the header to keep it from Kasukov. That's going to be intercepted by Washington, who tries to get the through ball into Kasukov, but Rose gets in front of him to number 9's frustration. As the ball's at the feet of Lauren Mack. 1:10 seconds left here. Mack's going to pick the ball up. He's going to try to throw it very far. He gets it to about the end of the offensive third to Cisse, but his pass will be intercepted by Washington. A throw in now for Maryland. Under a minute left to go here. Masaryk. That is Tristan Rose. Heavy pressure from Kasukov. And Cisse now tries to get it down to St. Martin. There's another scrum for the ball on that right side. Rita. I don't know if anyone can see him, but he has some space. Cisse. St. Martin tries to get by Meyer. He can't. They're going to cover the ball back, and it's going to be either out of bounds or a foul awarded to Washington. Under 30 seconds left to go. 25 to be exact. Washington with one last push here. It's going to be a free kick. 15 seconds left. And we'll see if Washington just decides to run this one down here. It looks like they will. 10 seconds left. 7 seconds. That ball's going to be sent up. Headed away by a couple of players. And that will do it for the first half here in the NCAA quarterfinal game. Washington and Maryland tied 1-1 going into the break. It was a contested half so far for both of these teams. You know, it was 0-0 for a little bit, and then Henry Bernstein broke the seal with a goal off the corner, but not much long after that. The goal, which was originally awarded to Kasukov, is awarded to Asado Unabulele, actually. So he, in the 38th minute, was able to slot one home, again off a corner. And that tied the game at 1. Sydney, what are your thoughts on the first half so far?
It was a lot. I mean, both teams have been playing very well. Maryland definitely had more control of the ball throughout the first half, but in those last 10 minutes or so, Washington came off the back burner, and they were pestering Maryland with shots on goal and attacking opportunities, and ultimately they capitalized off a corner, which is exactly how Maryland had their first goal. So they're very similar playing. They are very similar styles of play, and I think Maryland, I think that's something they're going to have to look at. Their defense has been so strong all season, but it's the little things.
What's something you want to see from either team in the second half?
I want to see a little bit more off of set pieces. I think Maryland have not historically been that great off set pieces. We saw a couple of them in the first half outside the 18, but I think that could be a good attacking opportunity for them.
Yeah, so that will do it for the first half here. Once again, Maryland 1, Washington 1. We will take a break for halftime, and we will see you for the second 45 here at Ludwig Field on WMBC Sports.
stupidly how she said is that she wants to learn, but then she is also going to like Kelly Food. I mean, she doesn't have to work. I don't blame her. I like her too. She came in the other day and I was like, I don't know. I was new. I don't know what she's going to wear. I was going to say, that's the problem.
gone. 45 minutes left in the Elite Eight and the NCAA tournament. We have Washington taking on Maryland at Ludwig Field in College Park. The score is 1-1 after two first half corner kick goals. one by freshman Henry Burstein and the other by Osato Inabulele. Jackson, what do you think they're going to be talking about over halftime? What do you think is going to be, what's the goal for this second half?
Well, I think for Maryland, you just got to keep winning the physicality battle. You keep playing a physical brand of soccer. I think that's how they were able to get a lot of those chances in the first half. But I think also for both teams, it's just you got to finish. It's kind of ironic. I know we were talking about this at the break, how it's funny how the goals came from difficult corner kicks and corner kick scrums, but both of these teams had point-blank chances in front of net to get the score, to get them on the board, and they didn't. So I think, especially now in the second 45, every chance you get, it will increase in value, it will increase in importance. You're going to have to finish.
Yeah, these games are do or die for these teams. This is it. This is the field you want to be on, and you want to move on. And if you want to move on, you gotta score on your opportunities.
Yeah, and Sasha, before he gets started, Sasha Sorosky hyping up the Maryland fans. There's going to be a lot of energy here in these last 45 after what was a very competitive first half.
We are just about to get underway as Washington take their places at the center circle. And it's kicked off all the way back to the back line. Goes out to the right. Washington now going from right to left from the commentator's box as the ball is played over the top. To no avail. It's going to be a goal kick for Lauren Mack. Mack's had not too much to face this game, but when he has had those opportunities, he's come up big on those saves.
Yeah, he hasn't been challenged all too much. Not really a lot he could do about that Washington goal. There was a lot of traffic inside the box. Makes it difficult for a keeper. Yeah.
Plays the ball out to Clark, who doesn't win the ball, but here's a man now, 1v1. Just doesn't get past the double team, cleared away. And it's going to be a Washington throw.
Defense from Maryland right there. Keeping Washington out. Amon has been kept relatively quiet this game, and that's something that Maryland's going to want to continue. If you look back to the last time these two teams played, Ramsey, Koskov, and Amon all had 0 shots on target, so Maryland knows they could be successful against these attackers.
Yeah, and Kosakov's been an attacking threat, maybe not throughout this tournament, but definitely for Washington. Ball is played in, it's in the box, not cleared all the way, but out to GK, who gets the touch on it. Just brought down, a couple of complaints from the crowd, but Washington still on the ball. On the right side, trying to get past Costabile, to no avail. Hall on the ball. Doesn't win out, now it's GK. GK getting pulled down. Referee blows his whistle. That's going to be a free kick for Maryland.
Yeah, it looks like after that first foul right there, it looked like GK Moore fell. That time he was definitely taken down. Maryland now poor possession here from the Terps.
Yeah, it's Amon now. Amon 1v2, but can't get past Jace Clark. Still on the ball, though. Tries to go through the legs of Cool, but oh, Amon's brought down in the box, but I don't think that's a foul. Not at all. Saddam Masareka now. A little bit of pressure from the back, just trying to work that sideline. Finds Clark, who clears it.
Washington players were incensed about that call. Clark's down, and they are all swarming to the head referee right now. Rose looked like he might have taken him down in there. Maybe it looked like he just fell. Looked like there was equal contact from both sides. Maybe why he didn't call it, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, there's been a couple of questionable referee calls, but that one I don't think is one of them. As the ref blows his whistle now, and Lauren Mack is coming up to complain to the referee.
Richie Amon is throwing his arms up in the air. He just walked over to the VAR official and is yelling at him. Washington's got to keep their cool here right now. They already have a couple yellow cards this game. Well, definitely not something that Jamie Clark wants to see from his team is losing their composure. There's so much confusion of where the ball should be right now.
Yeah, Jace Clark has the ball now, plays the ball forward, looking for Albie Androneka, but too much on it, goes all the way back to Jaden Bowen. Jaden Bowen, the graduate student from Spokane, Washington. Named to the second team All Big Ten this year. Plays it out wide for a defender. Plays it forward. Looking for Kuzakov, but Rose wins the ball. Now Washington back in the midfield. Plays that through ball. It's Joe Dale. Joe Dale cutting in, takes the shot, and it's wide.
Yeah, not a bad look right there from Dale. Was able to get it on his right foot, just a little bit too high, but Washington definitely in these first 4 minutes are showing that they're the better team right now. We'll see if Maryland can rebound.
It's Maryland. It's blocked, though. Washington now. It's Kusakov in the box. Kusakov trying to take it himself, tries to chip it. That'll be out for a Washington corner.
A lot of pressure being put on by the Huskies right now. Maryland not as stable in possession. They really haven't gotten into their offensive third at all so far. If you're Washington, you got to take advantage of that. We'll see if they can get another goal here off a corner kick.
It's going to be Richie Amon who's taking the corner for Washington. 40 minutes remaining in the 49th minute of play in this Elite 8 matchup between Maryland and Washington. The ball is played in, headed away by GK, but only so far as Washington again. Another ball played in the box, dangerous, headed away. Still in the box, Lauren Mack has to come up big off the crossbar. Another save, the ball is not getting cleared, and it's out of bounds for a goal kick.
That was unbelievably dangerous. A phenomenal opportunity from Washington. Maryland just couldn't get it away. It's a great goalkeeping by Mack. So Washington's already regained possession.
Washington are on the front foot in these past few minutes. Hestad on the wing. Plays it in for the throw. Short to Hall. Hall dribbling in. Past Masareka, sorry. Deflected off Maryland for another Washington corner. It's going to be Amon taking this one again.
Watching now, clearly it's already their second corner of the half, putting a lot more pressure on Maryland offensively.
Ball is played in. It's headed away by Bernstein. Masareka lets it run.
Oh, and he
tries to.
His clear, I think, just went right off a spectator. He sent that one. That one probably doesn't feel good.
No, definitely not what a Maryland fan wants from a Maryland player today. It's a throw in for Washington. Still in this attacking third. Maryland cannot seem to clear the ball. Short to Hall. Ball is played in, big cross, all the way across, and it's Kelp who gets, or Rose who gets there. Rose is brought down. He's complaining. It's Maryland ball. Little bit of confusion between the players and the referee again. 38 minutes remaining. 51 minutes being played so far in this matchup. We are here with WMUC Sports. I'm Sydney Schwartz alongside Jackson Wantman. It's a throw in for Maryland right now with Jace Clark. Clark finds GK. GK to Bernstein. Bernstein out wide for Clark. Sliding to keep it in, but loses possession. Bernstein picks it back up. Now it's Rose. Rose to Clark. Clark wide, nobody there. Now it's Lofi. Lofi to Amon, and it's cleared away for a Washington throw.
Maryland's defense doing well right now, but you feel like they're kind of bending. We'll see if Washington can break them.
Throw is long. Goes off Washington player, but good defense from Chris Steinleitner as it's Maryland's ball again. Clark just taking his time here on the right sideline. Referee blows his whistle for Clark, who's gone a little bit too far forward for the referee's liking. Plays a short, and Rose tries to clear. Washington are winning out on these balls that Maryland keep trying to play forward.
Yeah, it's these 50-50 chances that Washington has won most of in these first 8 minutes so far. We're still tied 1-1, but Clark clearly being indecisive on his throws too.
Yeah, getting a little bit of frustration from his own teammate there. As Washington play a long ball looking for Kosakov, but Kelp clears it. It's a little bit of a miscommunication from Lofi to his own teammate as it is now another Maryland throw. Really has not left this spot of the field.
I think the challenge for Maryland right now, like you said, is just getting it past midfield. They've really struggled in possession. Washington, some really nice halftime adjustments.
We're going to see a foul here on Steinleitner. Maryland ball.
said, the physicality is picking up in the second half. I think both teams can feel the intensity. They know what is at stake in this game. We're 9 minutes in, and it feels like we've played an entire half already.
This is Kelp now. Kelp to Costabile. Just gets taken down after. Referee's quick to blow his whistle. And
that could be. There might be. We might see a red here. It's a yellow, but Masareka was chopped down, and it looked like he was stood over by Washington. I would. That feels pretty aggressive right here, as Masareka's not gotten up. This is Alex Hall. Like, I know he took down Masareka, literally stood over him as he walked away. We'll see if the ref a quick yellow card, but maybe could have gone more there.
Just a little bit of afters, but that's another yellow card for Washington. This really is something they're going to have to look at. I mean, they've had red cards this season before, and I mean, with the way this game is playing out, it might not be out of the books here either. It's Masareka, goes out of play, and it's going to be Maryland throw at the halfway point. Clark plays it quickly, but Washington win it out. Lofi. Or sorry, that was Joe Dale. Joe Dale just moving forward, but goes out of play. Washington throw. One out by Rose, and now Clark clears it out. But only so far as Akulov. Akulov trying to play it big. One out by Steinleitner for Maryland, who finds GK. There are 35 minutes remaining in this second half. We are in the 54th minute of play as the ball is played right past Lauren Mack, and that's a goal for Washington. What a turnaround at the beginning of this second half. It's now 2-1, Washington lead.
Yeah, and that was just a great offensive possession by the Huskies. They were able to break through that Maryland defense. That was a great ground cross in there, and Mack was just not able to recover it. That slotted right by him. He was not happy with his defense, and Washington is letting the fans know here. That was Kosakov in the bottom right there, put himself in a great position to get his 10th goal. The first goal from Washington was originally awarded to him. It was then awarded to Anal Balele, but the back-to-back All-Big Ten second-teamer who had the winning goal for Stanford in the last game has just given Washington the lead, and there's some more conversation between the Maryland players. It's been night and day in terms of the Terps' performance in the first half to the first 10 minutes of this second half. They seem very out of sorts, and Washington is dominating the game.
Yeah, whatever Coach Starofsky was telling them over the halftime, not entirely sure it was working. Lauren Mack was just standing there with his hands on his hips, clueless as to what just happened, getting beat at the near post, and a goal like that, it's not what Maryland won, and it's not what anyone here at Ludwig Field wants.
Maryland, I think, starting to realize it a little bit that, hey, this is a game. Obviously some conversations between teammates, but they don't look like they've lost their composure.
Here comes Masareka. Masareka finding the ball into the box. Still at the top of the box as a couple players are brought down, and it's going to be Washington free kick right outside the 18.
Looks like Ostabile was brought down cleanly, and then he looks like he took Akulov down with him as well. So nice call right there by the ref. Correct.
Washington playing forward now. Dale. Ball is forward to Kosakov. Kosakov is in here, finds his teammate, but only so far as Lauren Mack.
And Joe Dale was going to be right there if that ball got behind Mack. Washington is getting into the box at will. This Maryland defense that has been so stout this season is starting to show a little bit of vulnerability here.
With the assist to number 14, Joe Dale.
Henry Bernstein, the header in the midfield. Can't win the ball back, and now it's Washington possession again. Washington's flipped this game on its feet. More possession in the second half, more opportunities in the second half. Maryland are just looking a little bit lost. So here comes Zach Meyer. And Joe Dale. Joe Dale now into the box.
Great defending right there.
Yeah. Here comes Maryland, Albion Jernecka. Jernecka to Steinleitner, but Akulov wins the ball. Washington again, another attacking opportunity. Here comes Kosakov. Plays it back to Kevin Hernandez. Still Washington, but given away to GK. Loses the ball right back. Washington recycling it all the way back to Akolov. And now Hall. Hall looking to play it forward, but only so far as a Maryland defender. And now it's Masareka on the attack. But again, Masareka is getting beat off the ball. Jace Clark makes the step.
Washington defense has been stout, and that's a very questionable call by the referees. It looked like Joe Dale and Jace Clark collided with one another accidentally, and because Dale fell, they've given the free kick to Washington.
We've said it before, the referees can lose control very easily in these games, and that was not a great call at all.
And it looks like the head referee is having a word with Sasha Swarovski. I mean, it looked like, from our point of view, it was an accidental collision between Clark and Dale. It looked like they just ran into each other. I think it was because of the fact that Dale was the one who hit the ground and fell that they gave it. And unfortunate for Maryland, as they were poised for a prime opportunity right there. We've seen how little they've been able to get into the offensive third of Washington, and you can see maybe now Maryland starting to get a little bit flustered. Only 13 minutes into the second half here, but definitely some things will need to change for Sasha Swarovski's side.
Yeah, I really don't even think it was a collision. I think it was more Jace Clark won the ball and might have just gotten a little bit of Dale afterwards. And I just don't think, if Clark is winning the ball first, then that's not a foul. And I don't think that's a great decision from the referee. Maryland fans are getting loud in a sold-out Ludwig field. Gonna have to stand by their team in these final 32 minutes. Our score is 2-1 in the Elite Eight matchup between Washington and Maryland here on WMUC Sports. It's gonna be a free kick for Washington. Long ball played over, one out by Clark. Clark goes down, and it's gonna be a Maryland free kick.
Clark has seen his fair share of collisions and contacts. He hasn't been the healthiest so far in this run from Maryland. He hasn't played at all in the NCAA tournament so far due to injury, and already expected to do a lot in this game.
Maryland in possession, just losing out once again. But it's going to be a throw-in for Maryland.
Support still loud here for the Terps, but you need to at least start putting some pressure on this Washington defense. They haven't been able to do it so far. Maybe it's with a sub. If you decide to put Rita Rita in, as Maryland's going to get a free kick. I mean, let's say maybe you put in a Rocket Rita. Maybe put in a Farouk Cisse, even though he's a defender, to try to, just try something different, mix things up just a little bit. See if someone else can give you. We haven't seen Luke Van Hooklam at all this game. He scored against UConn. Maybe someone to just jolt a little bit of life into this offense.
Coach Sasha's known for using his substitutes, and I think that is what he has to do at this point in time. If what he has isn't working, then he has to make a change. Maryland back on the ball, moving forward is their best attacking opportunity to date, but losing out on the ball as Washington is striving forward now. It's Eamon on the ball, taking on Jace Clark. Eamon still going, holding it up a little bit. Finding Lofi. Lofi back to Eamon. Eamon with the ball over. Header comes off. It was Castabile onto Lasse Kelp, but the confusion doesn't really mix it up.
If not for that deflection, we're looking at a 3-1 game right now.
100%. Lauren Mack finally gets his hands on the ball. Short to Kelp. Back to Mack. Plays it long, looking for Jace Clark. Goes out of bounds, and that's a Maryland throw. This battle between Jace Clark and Lofi has been very interesting this game.
Yeah, it looks like Washington wanted another free kick. That appeared to be a regular clean header, but looks like the ref agreed with the latter opinion.
Balls come out to GK. GK trying to find Masareka through, but just doesn't quite work out. It's the little things, just the little movements. It's just not working for Maryland right now.
I have a feeling that would have been offsides as well. Even if the ball did get into Masareka, he looked like a step or two ahead of the last Washington defender.
This is a throw-in for Maryland now. Costabile to take. To Androneka, back to Costabile, working the sideline, getting past one. Jersey getting tugged a little bit. Referees pointing for Maryland ball. Seemed to have just gone out of bounds, or no, it was a free kick. The referee's blown his whistle again and stopping the play, and a lot of Maryland players are frustrated right now because they're not entirely sure what the referee's calling.
Looks like they were resetting where they wanted the ball to be, it looked like.
Ball is played back to Steinleitner. Now Rose, back to Mack. Mack looking long. Finds it, Washington on top again. It's Hall on the ball. Hall moving forward. All by himself. You have GK tracking him, but Hall just doing enough, but not enough to get past Rose. Washington still have possession, and it's out to Amon, but Amon looked a little bit offside as he tries to play the cross in, and now the flag goes up.
Well, good thing they're letting him play on a little bit, but another dangerous opportunity for the Huskies. Maryland's going to need to find a way to turn the momentum here.
There are just over 27 minutes remaining in this second half here at Ludwig Field. Maryland have not been on the front foot, but it's not too late for a turnaround.
Masareka's been kept quiet in this second half so far. Really, really impressive job by Meyer so far.
We're going to see a couple substitutions as well. Just like we were talking about, it is Cisse and Rita. Ostrovsky's had a lot of faith in these freshmen this year as we see an opportunity just go wide of Jaden Bowden. But back to these freshmen, they've done so well, both making the Big Ten all-freshman team. They've really proved why they're necessary on this team for Ostrovsky and for Maryland.
Yeah, obviously both of Cisse and Rita, as we said before, Big Ten all-freshman team, and I think might not have been the greatest shot in the world by Bernstein, but I think with the way Maryland's played the second half, you kind of just need to get a shot off. You need to make the goalkeeper dive for one, and maybe that'll jumpstart some offense here.
They really need a spark, and those players, Masareka, GK, those sparks aren't really, it's not really plugging in for them so far. This is out on the left-hand side, Washington ball. Moving forward, just held back a little bit by Costabile. Ref blows his whistle. It's a Washington free kick in their own half. Looking to go forward, push off this momentum that they've had so early on in the second half. It's going to be Akolov to take it. Akolov tries to find the head of his teammate. Doesn't quite get there. It's Joe Dale now. But the ball is played the other way, and it's a Washington throw.
Nice job. Maryland definitely got the fans into it a little bit, but nice job by Washington, kind of thwarting the offensive momentum that they had.
All the aggression that seemed to have been building up in that first half is really gone for Maryland, and they have not been winning these 50-50 challenges. Washington now. Lofi. Cutting in, trying to get by two, but Steinleitner clears it out for another Washington throw.
More pressure put on by the Huskies right here. Maryland defense sharpening up a little bit so far. We'll see if they can turn that defense into a counterattack on offense.
It's going to be Hestad to play the ball in for the throw. Finds Hall. Hall tries to play it first time, but it's cut out by Cool. Ball is played into Bertos. Bertos tries to get ahead on it, but Maryland players are in the way as here comes Masareka now. Masareka cannot get by the Washington defender, and it's a Maryland throw. Played quickly to GK. GK's taking a lot of time on the ball. Finds Tristan Rose.
Sasha Ostrovsky imploring his team to be a little more decisive and a little more quick. You see GK's questioned himself multiple times so far in this game, needs to be more decisive.
GK usually such a confident player in these 1v1 opportunities, and in playing those kind of balls, he really needs to get back into the speed of things. It's going to be a Maryland throw out on the left-hand side. All the way back to Lauren Mack.
I know we're We're now 20 minutes in. I feel like right now if you're Maryland, you have time, but you don't have time. You want to start feeling some momentum on offense, feeling like you have some good possession. Starts right here.
This is probably worst case scenario for Maryland. Getting the lead so early on with a Henry Bernstein goal. Just now to be down 2-1. Not what they wanted at all from this matchup. But we knew going in this was going to be a close game. Here's Lofi. Lofi to Hall. Hall just holding up the ball a little bit. Tries to find it into the midfield, nearly given away, but Washington's still on the ball with Meyer. To Dale. Dale playing it all the way back to Bertos. Back to Dale. Dale plays it forward. Now it's Myers trying to go on the attack, but can't get by Cisse. Cisse with the ball for Maryland, throws it in. Headed by Dale. Now it's Kosakov, now Eamon. Eamon 1v1 with Cisse. Eamon cutting inside. Eamon going all the way, tries to get the ball, deflects off Cisse, and it's going to be a Washington corner.
It's okay defending by Cisse. Eamon was definitely able to get a step on him and kind of turn the corner, but Cisse was able to get that foot in, but just another opportunity here for Washington, who have dominated the first 22 and a half minutes or so of the second half.
Soccer really is a tale of two halves, and we've definitely seen it in this matchup. Maryland dominating the entire first half, getting that early goal, but now it's all Washington. It's a Washington corner kick as well. It's going to be Eamon to take it, taking his time. Eamon, ball past the front post, headed away by Steinleitner. Only so far as Joe Dale. Joe Dale back out wide. Washington still on the ball. Maryland cannot clear it out as the shot is taken, but just over the top from Asher Hestad.
Yes, they're making Lauren Mack definitely a little more, making him be a little bit more on his toes this half, I should say.
Yeah, 100%. He's had a lot more action this half than in the first. Washington are once again on the ball in Maryland's half, but just gets caught up. Now here comes Androneka for Maryland. Going by himself, taking on two. It's tackled away, and looked like Masareka was tackled in just by the trailing foot, but now it's Washington on the attack with Kosakov. Kosakov trying to go by himself, cutting into the middle, tries to get the shot off, and it's just past the right post.
Maryland wanted offsides there, but just another possession from Maryland that just has not gone anywhere. Showed promise in the beginning, but was unable to capitalize.
The flag did eventually go up for offside, but it was just the goal kick in the end that Lauren Mack decided to take. Mack is on the ball again now. Plays it wide to Kelp. Kelp looking forward for Masareka, but doesn't reach him. Washington with Hall. Hall to Kosakov. Kosakov, only one real option in the box. Steinleitner doesn't get the clear, but goes all the way through to Farouk Cisse on the right-hand side to Rita now. Rita just trying to win out on that ball. Cisse gets it. Now it's Eamon for Washington with the ball given away. Eamon driving into the box himself. Eamon, a couple cuts in, going himself, cuts it back, and that's another goal for Washington. Alex Hall, the sophomore from Newcastle, Washington, gets Washington's third on the board. The score is now 3-1. The goal was scored in the 69th minute. I mean, tale of two halves, tale of two teams. I mean, Washington has been all over Maryland in the second half, and Washington are capitalizing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just another great possession by Washington. Richie Eamon is woken up in this second half. Just great individual play, but also getting his teammates involved, and he's able to make Mack come over to the left side and force him to focus on his kind of play on the left side, because Farouk Cisse just couldn't keep up with him, and that left Alex Hall wide open, had a clear shot on net, and that's his 5th goal of the year for the All-Big Ten first team. And it looks like Emil Utterson coming in for the Terps. It's a very interesting substitution here. He has not played at all this season. Sasha Swarovski trying anything right now with the Terps, 20 minutes away from being eliminated.
Anderson actually had 9 minutes against UConn in their most recent win, 3-0. So maybe Starofsky has seen something that what he can bring to the table, maybe Maryland can get another 2 goals, another 3 goals to take the lead. But as of now, it's starting to look a little unlikely.
Scores in the 70th minute of play. The goal was scored by number 7, Alex Hall.
Masarika.
With the assist to number 10,
Masarika
Ricky
just trying to get
Amen.
tricky, but Bertos clears it all the way out to Maryland's defense. It's Anderson. That's out for a throw-in.
Yeah, just Maryland unable to get anything going. It's making it so much harder now. That looked like they were going to have a hard time getting 1 goal, and now they need to get 2.
3 if they want to win it, but
No.
it's starting to look a little unfortunate in Maryland's favor today. Tristan Rose, great defense on the ball, just getting pulled a little bit by Kosakov. It's a Maryland free kick.
Maryland will need to start pushing the tempo a lot more right now, and I think the supporters here at Ludwig Field can start to feel it, that it might be coming to an end. Like, you have 20 minutes. It is not impossible. We have seen crazier in this sport and in this game, but Maryland's going to need to get something quickly. I think you need a goal pretty soon so you can really play hard for the last few minutes.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Maryland, it does not look like Washington's going to be letting up anytime soon. Androneka is on the ball. Out to Kelp. Kelp to GK. GK just losing out on the ball. And now it's Washington again on that right-hand side. Tackle coming in from Cool, and it's clean. GK on the ball, loses out again. Here comes Hall. Hall's gonna line up another shot, but this time it's right at Lauren Mack. Lauren Mack trying to play that quick throw, but nobody quite ready for it on Maryland. Here's Rose. Now to Steinleitner, now up for Anderson. Anderson looking for Masarika. Masarika can't get there. That's Lofi. Now it's all the way back at Akolov. Played back to Bowen. Bowen clears it into Maryland's half. Maryland just holding possession with Chris Steinleitner. Now out to Rose. Plays it back to Lauren Mack. Lauren Mack just looking to play the ball forward. Anything to get the attacking opportunities that they need, but just too far forward in that case, and it's right to Bowden, who's going to take his time on it. Wait for a player to come before he picks it up. Plays it out wide. Now the ball is played forward for Washington. Looking for Lofi. Lofi goes down. Ball stays in play, and now it's Maryland's ball with Lauren Mack. Out to Anderson. Anderson cheers from the crowd for him to just go forward, take his space. Now it's Androneka. Masarika trying to go 1v1. Gets by 1. Plays the early cross in. Looking for Rita. Nobody gets there, but now it's GK. GK out wide. GK's so good in these 1v1 situations. Gets the crowd on their feet, but plays it just back outside the 18. Now it's GK again. GK going forward, plays the ball across, and it's into the side netting.
He just played that. Looks like Maryland's going to get the corner. I still think he played it a little too safe right there. GK had that opportunity, got everyone on their feet, and he cut back. But you're Maryland right now. You have a great opportunity. You've already scored on a corner this game. Let's see what they can do with this opportunity right now.
There are 17 minutes remaining in this Elite 8 matchup between Washington and Maryland as the ball is played in by Chris Steinleitner, just right to the hands of Bowden, who falls on it.
It's good goalkeeping by Bowden, commanding his box, not giving anyone on Maryland an opportunity to make a play for the ball.
Time is running out, but it is never too early to say never. Maryland can easily come back, but Washington can easily score as they're having another attacking opportunity, but this time cut out by Steinleitner. Maryland looking for Masarika forward, but just once again, a little bit too short. It's going to be out of play for a Washington throw-in.
Right now, it's just Washington has controlled this game, and all of a sudden, it's 16 minutes left to go, and you need 2 goals just to tie the game. It's Sasha Sarofsky, cheering his team on, both benches showing their support, but it's all Huskies right now.
Maryland had possession in the midfield, looking for Rita. And now it's GK. GK loses out again, and the Referee blows his whistle.
It looked like he had some defenders on him. We might have a free kick here. Zach Ramsey's going to come back into the game. It's a corner, sorry. But I don't think many people realize how many defenders were on the back of Masareka there. You try to get that shot up, but look, I think a goal's got to come from this corner kick right here. Whether it's off a header or it's right off possession, if it's a head into a kick, it's something's got to come out of this.
Yeah, we're going to see Kosakov come out for Zach Ramsey in the midfield. Washington just trying to get a little bit more of a defensive presence now, taking off their striker. Quick corner played in. Washington defender gets a header to it, and it's going to be out for another corner on the opposite, or a goal kick on the opposite side, but I do not think that is the right call.
It looked like it went off the head of a Washington player. Maybe it took a deflection off maybe the calf or the foot of a Terp, but an unfortunate turn of events for Maryland in a half where nothing has gone right for them.
Yeah, it's the story of Maryland's second half, that opportunity. It's going to be a Maryland throw deep in their half, over by the 2018 national champion sign. Ball is played forward, only so far as another Washington defender. Maryland cannot control its midfield. Looking for GK. GK can't win the ball. Just back and forth, nobody having real possession. This ball is played high and it's won out by Kelp. Kelp to Masareka.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing now how Washington wants to play this half with them taking off Kosakov and bringing on Zach Ramsey. They are definitely trying to play a lot more defensive and maybe not park the bus, but going to be a little bit more conservative than Maryland will have to be.
Yeah, I think parking the bus is the right word for it. If you're head coach Jamie Clark, you don't want Maryland to have any opportunities to score. So might as well take off your striker. Might as well take off one of your leading scorers. It's just tactics. But here comes another attack for Washington. It's Eamon. Eamon is taken down by Steinleitner. It's a free kick for Washington.
And right now you can see it. This clock is going. Washington is certainly going to take their time in a lot of these moments where they can just step up and wait a couple seconds, and Maryland's just going to have to be a lot more aggressive now.
Still all to play for in the 13 minutes we have remaining in the second half. Referee blows his whistle again.
Looked like Utterson pushed a Washington player down just out of frustration. I think it just sort of encapsulates. It was Eamon who he took down. I think it sort of just encapsulates how this half has gone for Maryland. You know, even with a 1-1 tie at the half, they felt good, but the wheels have come off for this team.
We talk about how we're still surprised to be watching a fall sport in December, and I think it's really showing with the tired legs that are out there right now. A little bit of shoving between Rita and Eamon. This ball's played in from Hall. It's cleared away. But back to Eamon now. Eamon outside the box, just trying to take on Rita. Rita finds Lofi. Lofi lines up the shot from outside the 18, just flashes wide. Goal kick for Lauren Mack.
He's got to go quickly now. Under 13 minutes left. Something's got to come soon.
Chris Steinleitner for Maryland in the midfield. Finds Cisse. Out to Rose. Rose, now Utterson. Back to Rose. A little bit of a higher tempo now. Here comes Kelp. Out to GK. GK's going to drive forward. GK just trying to find Saddam Masareka. Gets the touch on it. GK now. GK into the box to Androneka. He's beat out by a Washington defender, but only so far as Costabile. The ball is played in, but there's nobody in the box for Maryland. It is all white shirts as the ball is played all the way out for another throw-in.
Looks like we got some subs here. Looks like St. Martin and Van Hooklam coming onto the pitch right now. I think they're going to take Utterson and Cisse.
Van Hooklam scored in the game against UConn. He scored the third and closing goal in the 88th minute of that game. We're getting near that time as we're in the 78th minute of the match.
And replacing for Cisse, Number 44, junior, Luke Van Hoopla.
Washington is on the ball. Washington moving forward now. The ball is played over the top. But it's won out by Kelp. Kelp is taken down, and it's a Maryland free kick. Just again, the physicality.
Yeah, if you're Maryland right now, I think you got to probably just send Costabile and the other fullbacks just up the field right now and just leave Rose and Kelp back. But
yeah, Rose and Kelp are good in 1v1. At least aerial situations. It's going to be a Washington free kick in the meantime. But as I was saying, they're very good in those situations. They would be, I think they would be just fine. I think Maryland should be setting attacking options up.
You know, at this point, I don't know how much of a choice they have. Even if Sasha Ostrowski didn't want to, you have 10.5 minutes left to save your season.
Free kick played forward to Ramsey. And then Ramsey back to Dale. Dale still on the ball. Now here comes Rita to GK. GK gets the touch on it. And it's booted away from Igor Akalov. Straight into the hands of Lauren Mack. Rose out to Steinleitner. Now Masareka again. Masareka to Androneka to Steinleitner. Loses possession. It's Dale. Dale is taken down. Maryland win back the ball.
Looks like from the referee's hand signals, this is being reviewed actively by VAR right now. We'll see if a call is reversed right here. We are under 10 minutes left to go.
A lot on the line for both of these teams. As Maryland look to move forward with the ball. Here's Rose. Back out wide to Masareka, who plays it back to Rose. And now Kelp, the left center back. Into the midfield for GK. GK dribbling. GK taking down, but wins back the ball. GK just holding off. Two defenders. Finds Rita. Rita tries the move, gets taken down. Ball is cleared away from Washington, and now it's back in the defense with Kelp. Now Rose. Steinleitner looking for options. Nobody close by. Has to find Kelp again. Kelp to GK, but it's won by Alex Hall. Hall now for Washington. Hall's got options forward.
Yeah, before.
Plays it to big save by Lauren Mack on Zach Ramsey, who is looking 1v1 in on goal to possibly get Washington's 4th of the night.
Yeah, that was a necessary but risky play from Lauren Mack to get that ball back. Otherwise, it's 4-1, but 8.5 minutes left here.
It's getting loud here at Ludwig Field. The crew, Maryland's fans don't want to see them exit in this way. This game isn't over, 8 minutes remaining. Maryland has all to play for, all on the line. Might as well leave it all out on the pitch today. Steinleitner. Now Kelp. Kelp looking forward. Just trying to find Van Hoeklum. He's in the box, just struggling a little bit. Lots of Washington defenders on him. This ball is once again played big. Lauren Mack comes to collect, very far outside of his 18. Tristan Rose at the midfield now. Steinleitner. Rita finds GK. GK in the midfield. Just trying to find that ball inside the box. Nobody there, and it's cleared away once again by the Washington defense.
Just GK once again indecisive, not really putting the ball where it's supposed to go, and despite the mounds of support from this Maryland faithful, Terps just aren't able to capitalize. We're going to get a corner here.
The first 2 goals of this match were scored off corners, one of them being from Maryland's Henry Bernstein.
Number 21,
Let's see what Maryland can do with this one. 7 minutes and 14 seconds remaining on the clock. All to play for here tonight.
And Richie Amen getting subbed off is certainly taking a stroll to come off here to the Washington bench, and now we have a player getting stretched by the trainer. The clock is stopped. The clock isn't moving. There's no time wasting going on right now, but you can tell there might be some purpose, but you never know. But I think we talked about before, Sydney. Every corner kick, every set piece Maryland has at this point for the next 7 minutes is a must score. You have to capitalize off every opportunity you get because they haven't really gotten any other legit threatening opportunities that haven't been a corner kick. So far this half, they have not been able to create their own offense or even just get into the offensive third. You got to give credit to Washington for that. Their defense has stood tall. You talk about Bertos and Akulov, guys in that midfield have just really held their own against Maryland. And another thing we mentioned before is how Washington probably played Maryland their toughest aside from UCLA, who Maryland drew 0-0 to in the regular season, lost to them 2-0 in the Big Ten tournament game. So Washington clearly probably came to this game feeling confident, like we know how to play these guys. We might have not gotten the result we wanted to that last time, but we really feel like we have a chance.
Yeah, they've come off a lot of great momentum off 3 very tough opponents in the NCAA tournament. And not to say Maryland hasn't had any tough opponents, but Maryland is number 4. They have a lot of pressure on them, but this number 4 ranking is not exactly doing the job for them tonight. As the corner kick was played right into the hands of Jaden Boughton, who's taking his time to play the ball forward, waiting for his team to just step up a little bit, taking all the time off the clock that he can. Won by Kelp. Now it's out wide for St. Martin. Ball is tried to be played in, but cleared away by Zach Ramsey for Washington. Only so far as Maryland. Ball is played into the box. Finds Janeka. Shot is taken. Blocked from Rita.
Great idea.
It's all the way back to Tristan Rose. Now they're getting forward. Now they're getting shots on goal.
Good deflections from Washington.
Ball is played into the box, but not dangerous. Jaden Boughton collects. There are just about 6 minutes remaining in the game. We are in the 84th minute of play here at Ludwig Field. Boughton punts it long. It's just over. Tristan Rose. Lasse Kelp goes up for it and knocked down to the ground. Ref blows his whistle. It's going to be a Maryland free kick. Played short to Steinleitner. Steinleitner out wide. To Costabile. Out to GK. GK taken down, and it's another Maryland free kick, this time on the halfway line.
Again, just a lot of stops. You're sitting at 5.5 minutes left right now, and Maryland definitely starting to rush a little bit. I think they have to. And we'll see how much Lauren Mack starts to play up a little bit. He's at midfield right now, but it's going to get to a point where he's going to have to come forward and give Maryland an extra man on offense.
Coach Sharofsky has called Mack one of the best strikers of the ball on the team. So, is it out of the question to see a goal from Lauren Mack? Definitely not. Steinleitner in the midfield to GK. GK just working his way around. Plays it back to Steinleitner. Now Masareka going forward, ball into the box. Again, Maryland can't capitalize, and it's out for a goal kick.
They're doing a nice job of getting the ball into the box, but they're just going a little bit too far to where no one can kind of get a second touch on it or make another play, and Boughton has done a really nice job commanding the box today. It's a solid performance from him.
Yeah, he's been strong. He's been out of the box when he needs to be. That's what you need from a goalkeeper. It has to be confident, and he's been confident in this game. Boughton just taking his time on this goal kick. All the way forward. One out by Kelp for Maryland. GK just can't win it back, though. There's Lofi who wins it, but now it's all the way back with Andronika for Maryland. And now it's Masareka. The crew is getting loud for Maryland. Masareka driving down the sideline. Pass 1, pass 2. And that's going to be a Maryland corner.
Run into it now. 4.5 minutes left. Got to get it going quickly. We'll see if they can catch Washington's defense off guard.
It's going to be Chris Steinleitner taking this corner once again for Maryland. Ball is played in. It's headed away by Bertos. Now Washington are on the ball. Not what Maryland need at all, as here comes a Washington counterattack.
Really nice job by Carter Gay getting to the ball very quickly there.
Carter Gay, the substitute, the freshman from Washington, getting a couple minutes in. This is his 7th substitute appearance this season for Washington. It's Maryland ball. Steinleitner playing it long. Here comes Maryland now in the box. Just twisting and turning. Washington's defense has stayed strong. They have 6 people in the box right now. Just about everybody back. Here comes Masareka. Masareka tries the long ball, but just goes off the defender. I'm not really sure what he was looking for with that. And now here come Washington again.
Yeah, it's not a smart play there from Masareka.
No, not at all. And now it's a foul, and it's a Washington free kick.
And I think a good job by Washington now with the way they're playing. They know that Maryland has to be overly aggressive. They know they're going to be taking some risks to try to get the ball back, and taking advantage of it here. I mean, we have 2:45 left. That's all they got to do. Just hold your ground.
Yeah, Maryland is going to commit forward, and Washington can use that to their advantage. Always out of bounds for a free kick, but free kick played to Joe Dale. And now it's wide. Washington still going, but nobody can get past Lasse Kelp, who clears the ball. Gets by a couple players, and now once again, Washington's defense. Out with Ramsey. Ramsey going forward past Rose. Ramsey just alone in the box, gets the shot, goes off the post, and the header is wide, is over the top, from Nabulele.
Yeah, I mean, Maryland should be counting their lucky stars. It's not 4-1 right now. From the bounce it took off the post and crossbar to that header, you're starting to feel like it might be the end right now for the Terps.
They just kind of gave up on that last attack. I mean, it was by Tristan Rose, and that was it. It's Lauren Mack versus the player. Minute 30 remaining in the matchup. GK still looking to go forward. Still Maryland looking for something. Ball played forward by Steinleitner. Only so far as another Washington player. Here's Dale. Just played forward, nobody really there. Washington just trying to get the ball forward. It's Lauren Mack on the ball. Lauren Mack all the way outside of his 18. Tries to find a teammate or anything forward, but Washington, they're winning out in these aerial challenges.
We got sitting here with a minute left right now. Maryland's going to get a corner, and you can see Lauren Mack looking up at the clock right now. Washington's bench starting to feel it. Some fans are exiting at Ludwig, and starting to be that time.
Corner played in, nowhere past the front post. Now it's out to Saddam Masareka, outside the 18. Another opportunity for Maryland wasted, but they still have possession of the ball. Here comes Costabile. Costabile chopped down, but no call from the referee, and it's booted away. There are 20 seconds remaining in what looks to be Maryland's season, but there could have been hope, but unfortunately for Maryland, they didn't capitalize on their opportunities. All of the crowd in front of us right now leaving as the clock counts down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that is it for Maryland versus Washington. The score is 3, Washington, Maryland 1 in a matchup that has closed out Maryland's season in possibly the most devastating way they could have wanted.
You see the contrast between joy and dejection. You have one sideline parading around the field, on their knees praying, and then the boys in red, shocked, laying down, crouching. It's a tough pill to swallow when you make it this far, and especially at home, and we think about the type of season that Maryland has had. And they were #1 in the country for a couple of weeks. Sasha Swarovski has said that this might have been his best squad since the team that won the 2018 National Championship. That was the last time that Maryland made the semifinal, and you could see Washington definitely made their rounds around the crew. Certainly gave the players a piece of work today, so the players are allowed, and they're going to get their trophy that sends them to the Final Four, so they will take on Furman in the semifinal, and you can see just Lauren Mack has yet to stand up on where he is. You can see some of these players you think about with any game, but you think about some of these seniors who have contributed so much, who have played their last game. I mean, Luca Costabile is a senior, Lasse Kelp's a senior, Sanam Masareka's a senior, Albi Dranika's a senior, though we'll see if he has a medical red shirt from after last season. Who knows what Leon Kuhl will do? He's already been drafted to the MLS by Sporting Kansas City, so we'll see what he does with that, but a tough end of the season for the Terps.
Yeah, and such an incredible roster, as you were saying, an incredible group of boys for Sasho Sarovsky. And it's just been a joy to watch them this whole season, undefeated in the regular season. They've gone so far. Such a great story for this team and for head coach Sarovsky. It really isn't. It's upsetting to see it end this way.
Yeah, and you can see him pacing, for sure, reflecting on this. It's like I said, it's a tough pill to swallow for everyone. And when you see another team celebrating on your field, it's hard. And hopefully it motivates them for next season.
Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to for next season. Still a lot of seniors leaving, but still such a great roster for Sarovsky. So much to build on, so much momentum to have doing so well this season. Even if it wasn't shown in the Big Ten tournament or the NCAA tournament, they made it to the Elite Eight, and that should be something they should be proud of.
Yeah, so that will do it here on WMUC Sports. Washington defeats Maryland 3-1 in the quarterfinals. The Huskies will now go and face Furman in the College Cup semifinals, and this does obviously mark the end of the men's soccer season. Want to thank you to all the listeners in Maryland, the United States, or even abroad if you're listening to us from afar. I want to thank you for tuning in to our broadcast and our coverage of Maryland men's soccer this season. You can find this broadcast and all other broadcasts of Maryland athletics on the WMUC Sports 1 YouTube page. And that'll do it here. Jackson Wantman, Sydney Schwartz. Washington defeats Maryland 3-1 in the national quarterfinals. Your Terps, your station.